Hey guys, it's me again, back live on Facebook. I hope you're very well today. I'm a bit out of breath because I've just gone for a run, but I thought I'd take a little... Okay, I'm back. I got a phone call from my wife and I kind of hung up on her, so hopefully I won't be in trouble with that. So if it cuts out again. And I'm back again. Sorry about that. For Facebook Live, it's a bit tricky when it comes to me getting a personal call at the same time. So I hope you're well. So like I said, just taking Sebastian out. I'm actually near an area where I saw a coyote. So if you see me running, it could be because of that. I saw it last night, but I'm sure all will be well with a cautious eye. So the last few days I've been doing live updates about a free video course I'm doing, and I've launched it right now. I accidentally launched it on Friday. So, or last night was that? Yeah, last night. So if you want to get access to this free video course, all on about how to let go of anxiety, worries and doubts and self-consciousness and all those type of things, social phobia, all you have to do now is go to josephclough.info / anxiety freedom. So that's josephclough.info / anxiety freedom. There you can actually sign up to the free course and get the very first video that I've just launched this weekend. Already we've had some a couple of great comments on there about the content, and I think that you're going to absolutely love it as well. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. I'm so pleased, and also Loretta, for you're enjoying my work. Also, Danielle missed the free course. Well, Danielle, you can still get it if you go to josephclough.info / anxiety freedom. Okay, anxiety freedom. That means you can sign up to it and you'll get the very first video. I mean, if you've been on my newsletter, you should have got it already, but if not, you can go straight there. I'll try to edit this video or this update after I've finished this video right now. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention. I've had about 400 people go into it, and I think you're going to really love it. I mean, like I said, it's completely for free. So the second thing, there's going to be a small video because I've got to go out soon, but it's all about identity and behavior. You see, when I work with people on a one-to-one level or in a group that I'm kind of working with, people have beliefs about their identity. Okay, so they will say, I am depressed, or I am an anxious person, or I am phobic, or I am depressed, I am anxious, I am worried. And we tend to, if we've experienced that problem for a period of time, so it could be a week, it could be a year, it could be a decade or more, if you keep on experiencing that and having that thought of I am anxious, I am fill in the blank, it starts to feel like your identity, right? I mean, I know I did. I believed that I was a blusher, and I actually believed I was like a professional one. I did it that often. I believed I was an unconfident person. But you see, at the time it feels like that because we have that way of... Sorry, Melody asked if she's going to the UK. Can you make an appointment? Well, sadly, I'm actually in America, and I live in America, in Austin. So I'm not really able to get to the UK just yet. I'm going next year, but I'm not sure. Actually in March, but I'm not sure how available I will be. But going back to the topic of if we go through a behavior or an issue for so long, it feels like a part of us, an identity. It feels like that is who we are. Now, the first thing we have to consider is that who we are? I mean, it feels like it, right? I mean, like I said, I felt that way. But I wasn't always like that. There must have been a time in my life, and probably in your life, maybe at 5 years old or 1 year old, or it could be a day old, where you may not have had that issue or that behavior which generated that belief system. But if you do it with consistency and you experience that issue with consistency, it absolutely feels like it is who we are. So the things which happen to us happen in our experience or our environment, okay? So we go through life, something happens to us, maybe once, twice, a few times, like a significant emotional event, and our body makes a decision. So it's in our environment which has an effect on our behaviors. And that has an effect on our capabilities. It has an effect on our beliefs and our values. As I said, we believe that I am a depressed person, or I am an anxious person. Or, as I said, fill in the blank really. You feel like that is who you are as a way of being in this world. But that's not really the truth. It's just simply a behavior you have picked up. So if you're going through blushing right now, or addiction, or worries, or doubts, or low self-esteem, we have to be clear and remember that we are not our behaviors. Behaviors are picked up and behaviors are forgotten. They can be let go of. So how do we begin to let go of that mindset of thinking that is all we are, or a majority of us? Well, we have to take on that concept that actually this is a behavior that I'm running right now based on my experience. But my experience does not have to dictate who I really am and who I am and where I'm heading in this world. That prolonged time, or that one or two significant emotional events which generated that ingrained behavior and belief, does not have to be all we are. And quite frankly, when we get into that mindset, it does shift how we experience the issue ever so slightly. It can be dramatically, or it could be really, really small. But it's a very good first step to consider that what I'm going through right now is not who I am. It's something that I've taken on in some way, which leads to the second part. If we didn't have the issue for all our life, so 1 day old, 5 years old, whenever it happened, there was a time when we didn't have the problem and we took it on. Now, if we didn't have the problem and we took it on, it must mean we have the ability to do the reverse process. You see, if we did it once and it happened, we have the potentiality within us to undo it and generate something new. So that is something we have to consider when we think about how we see our problem or our belief about ourselves. It's not who we are. We took it on for certain reasons. So if we're going through a lot of stress, our body makes a decision. Like when I was made to stand up in front of everyone at my school, or my class, sorry, and I was blushing and worried, my body made a decision, but I hated that situation. So in the future, it did all it could to let it go. So, or to, not to let it go, but to not get me in those situations. So if that's true, we can get our system to be able to do the opposite. Now, to me, that's about re-education. So first of all, we know that that belief is, or that behavior is not who we are. It's just something that we've taken on. Second of all, that it's something that we decided, so therefore we can undecide it with the right learnings, which brings on to point 3. When we educate our system that this behavior is not us and that belief system is not us, and if we preserve the learnings, we will re-educate our mind to be able to let it go. Now, I'm saying it very simplistically here because it's just the theory of it, so it does take time. But the idea is, if you get your system, which runs the behavior or the conflict or the belief, and we separate the belief from the behavior and realize it's something taken on, and we get our system to learn from it, which once learned, and a question I always ask myself, what can I learn from this which once learned at an unconscious level will allow me to be safer in this world whilst also being free of the problem itself? So that is one of the real important steps if you want to let go of kind of let go of the issue, is to separate it from who you really are. It is not who you are. It is a behavior you've taken on. It seems like it. It feels like it. As I said, I resonate with that because I did too. But if I can let go of my stuff, and people can let go of their stuff despite going through very traumatic things, far more than me, we have to really step back and separate the behavior from who we are. Realize that the behavior came about due to maybe a significant emotional event or a prolonged amount of time, that if we can learn from, also realize its intention, like what was it trying to do? So my example, when I was made to stand up in front of everyone and I started to blush, my body was like, I don't want you, Joe, to be in that situation anymore. So every time you go into a situation where you have to speak in front of people, I'm going to do whatever it takes, for all the anxiety, for all the self-doubt, all the worry, remember that first event, to get me out of there. So we can honor its intention. We can honor what it's trying to do for us. But we have to then go, well, what can I learn from this, which once learned at an unconscious level will allow me to be free of this conflict, this problem? And then we have to search for those learnings. Maybe it's that it protected me once, but it doesn't protect me anymore. There's safer ways of being. Because if we can give an alternative solution to our system, it's going to more likely want to take it if it allows us to be safer. Because my example, blushing didn't really keep me safe. It tried to, but it didn't really do it in an efficient way. And I believe that for every conflict that we have, if we believe we're not good enough, it's trying to keep us safe from trying to get us out of situations so we don't fear, or so we don't have failure, or we don't look stupid or silly. Same thing with anxiety, to try to protect us if something happens. We want to be able to get our system to be able to learn from that and have another way of doing things. So the key points are, once again, we have to realize that we are not our behavior. That is not who we are. So we should stop saying, I am a depressed person. You're just running depressed behaviors. You're running this for a prolonged amount of time due to certain events. Once we realize that, we can get our system to know that if we didn't have it all our life, because there may be a time when you're 1 day old when you didn't have it, we have to then go, well, if I didn't have it once, I took it on, so it can't be me. So therefore, my system has the ability to take on things, make new decisions, for the best of intentions, so what else can I generate instead? And as we do that, we want our unconscious mind to learn and grow. So by learning, we'll change and give our system another way of doing things. So that is really the point of today's video, is just to separate our behavior from who we are. It's a great first step if you want to start making changes in your life. And once again, I do have the opening now of the anxiety-free video course, which all you have to do is go to josephclough.info /anxiety-freedom. Then once signed up, you should receive the email. Now, if you haven't received the email, just look in your spam box. Sometimes they escape in there, because if I say the word free in emails, sometimes systems think it's kind of like a spammy thing. So just look in your spam box, and it should be in there, okay? So I really hope that that's of value to you. If you sign up today, you'll get another free video tomorrow, and it's an awesome video course. Check out the comments as well, and if you're enjoying it, leave a comment and share it far and wide. Now, finally, if you want me to keep on doing these videos, probably 3-4 times a week, I've done 3 this week already, having just started, it would be wonderful if you could share it on Facebook. Like, you just press the share button or the like button, because I want to be able to make sure that this content gets as much value and to as many people as possible. So once again, I really appreciate all your kind words. I promise you I will be reading more of the comments. It's a bit hard when I'm talking and walking, so maybe that will change. But I think, oh, someone's saying about the video it's not streaming, so it could be that it's the internet issue. So it could be that you may want to switch it from HD to normal, or press play and let it buffer up, because it works in my system. It's worked for about 300-400 people already, Dominique. So it might be worth just refreshing the page, press pause, let it kind of buffer up and take it off HD, and that should work. Now, if you're on mobile, it does mean, because it's a mobile viewing website, you have to scroll all the way down to the actual video. There's like a screenshot of the other video. Sorry, of the video itself. It looks like a play button, but just keep on scrolling down on a mobile and that should do it. So with that in mind, I'm gonna have to have a shower so I can, having just gone for a run on tour in Sebastian, before I go out. Like I said, if you share this, I will be able to know, and if you like it and comment, I know that it's something that you want. Ideally share it, because that means we can help more people, and I'll be able to go on to such a deep level, take far more questions and answers. And yeah, I'm so excited about this technology, right? I mean, I can actually speak to you and reply to your comments via voice. So I'll be better at asking or answering the questions. Sign up to the free anxiety video course, which is josephclough.info/anxietyfreedom, completely for free. I created it with you in mind to let go of worries, doubts, fears, anxieties, lots of things. So have a great day, guys, and I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. Many thanks and goodbye. And goodbye from little Sebastian there as well. Okay, bye-bye.